I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Happy Thursday. Now, as we're recording this, it is 10:07. Do you think in 24 hours the KVJ horror movie will be sold out?
Let's give us a
7 minutes. I don't know. That's pretty quick.
okay. No, I do not think that.
I would love that. That would be awesome. I think it took a couple hours last time.
Okay.
Last time.
700 tickets, right? About what's the capacity?
Yeah. There's going to be some that we hold back for the actors.
Yeah, I do have to give, because, I mean, that's only fair.
Yes. The VIPs, the staff, people working.
Yeah. So you think a couple hours it'll be sold out?
I do.
Okay.
I am not as confident, but then again, yeah, I just don't want to jinx it.
Well, I did want to let people know that it's only the one screening, and when the tickets are gone, they're gone. It's not like we're going to do another one, so.
That's it.
Yeah.
And there will be like a little TED Talk right before the movie. So you'll find out what the movie's based on and some of the real facts that led to the horror movie.
Mm-hmm. So, yes, tickets are on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm saying 24 hours from now. They will be available at KVJShow.com. You can go there, $20 a ticket for the premiere on October 11th at the Maltz Theater in Jupiter, the KVJ horror movie known as Chat Room. So
yes. And if we can't sell them out, we'll just bring people off the street like they do.
They'll sell out.
You know, when they do that, seat fillers.
It's sold out very fast. It's going to be fun. And, you know, we're telling everybody, too, get there a little early. Doors open, I think, at 6. Red carpet at 7. Production starts at 8.
Yeah, the energy of the last one was great from the people. It was really fantastic.
We love it when y'all dress in costume. We're dressing in costume. It's just going to be a good, fun time. Mm-hmm. Be silly, get a few cocktails.
It's our first one that is kind of early in October.
Yes.
Usually we release them like on the 28th or 29th.
Right, yeah.
So.
This was the only date the Maltz had for us, so we had to work quicker this year to make it happen because the Maltz is so kind. They don't charge anything for us to do this. They give all the money to Maddie's Fight Foundation. So 100% of the profits going to Maddie's Fight Foundation. That's a beautiful gift. Thank you so much to the Maltz Jupiter Theater.
I want to beat the 10,000 mark. That's what we had the last time. I want to beat it.
Yes. We gave 10,000 to Little Smiles last time, and we definitely, I think, are going to be on track to beat it this year.
Now, if you're not in South Florida, we got people in Texas and all over the place. It will be dropping on YouTube shortly thereafter, and then you will have several weeks before Halloween to consume it, that along with all the other KVJ horror movies that are up there. So go check that out tomorrow. Tickets on sale, 10 a.m. Just make sure we're clear on that. Now, Allison heard what you were saying towards the end of the show, Virginia, about your sister said that you have fat blood.
Yes.
And she said, my doctor looked at my blood work and told me the same thing. He said it means you have a higher alcohol intake.
Oh, wow. Huh. We found the smoking bottle.
Maybe it's not all junk eating. Maybe it might have to do with that.
You don't eat bad.
Maybe I'll just be fat blood for life.
There you go.
FB, baby.
FB.
That's Fat Blood for Life is not a bad name for an album. Or even a group.
Do I just have to go for alcohol with less sugar? Maybe that's what I'll try.
Or just cut it down to 4 bottles.
No, that's too small.
She's not cutting the content.
I think I have to just continue to drink, but maybe make better choices. Maybe full sugar margaritas aren't the way to go.
Because, I mean, you both are two people who I think eat relatively healthy. I know what you guys put in your body, especially the Kevin Ralston. I've never seen a man so disciplined to the point where I talk about it to people who probably don't even want to hear about it.
On the street,
at
the gas station.
Well, your discipline's remarkable. I can't.
Do you know the Kevin Ralston?
I grew up in a house where you had zero discipline when it came to food, sugar, frosting, more frosting.
Yeah. If he was there, you just ate it.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And RJ asking here, Kevin, are you disappointed the rapture didn't happen yesterday? No, I'm not disappointed. I think it's all good, but I did tell you it is not going to happen. So
they've said this so many times now. At this point, it's like, okay.
Yeah, it used to be a scare tactic when I was a young kid, and my church loved rapture talk. I wish I knew what I knew about it then, because I spent probably the first 15 years of my life terrified by it.
Because you believed what they told you, which is really kind of messed up.
Well, you always talked about that one special that they made you watch as a kid.
Yeah, it was the Left Behind series, and I remember it as a kid. We watched it. I remember going out to a church, and they showed it in the rapture. If you don't know what it's all about, it was. I don't even know if it's a Christian concept. I mean, it is in the Christian church, but it's not biblical. It's not based out of the Bible. It was, back in like the 1830s, some girl said she had a vision, and there was one preacher that picked up on it and said, what Jesus is going to do, he's going to come and lift everybody up that believes in him. And if you're left behind, you're going to go through the tribulation. You're going to go through a terrible period. So that's what it was all about. So that's how they would scare kids, be like, well, if Jesus came back, would he choose you to take you up? And it's a girl. I remember she wakes up, and she's like, huh? And her alarm clock's going off, and it's one of those news. Well, we don't know what's going on today, but half of the world's population is not here. And it's like, what's going on? And then they're like going, you have to basically get the mark of the beast on you. And if not, and I remember them walking her to the guillotine because she wouldn't get the mark of the beast. And so when you're left behind, they're going to chop everybody's heads off. You're like, ah.
And that stayed with you as a kid?
Yeah. But there wasn't any mark. It's not like a test you knew. It's like going, well, I don't know. Would Jesus take me?
Have I been good?
I don't know. Have I been good enough? Have I been doing everything right? Oh, my gosh. What if I'm left behind?
Well, you talked about it, and I either watched a version of it, but it was old looking, and I could see how that would fuck with the kid's head. Because you're right, it left it to a point where, well, am I not going to heaven because I didn't?
That's what it was all about.
My vegetables,
and so that's how they flexed religion on you. Was you were always asking yourself, am I good enough? If Jesus came back, would he take me back? And so it was just that's what I hate. That's the manipulation stuff that I hate that religions do, and I hate that my religion did that because it was terrible. And it's just that's why whenever the rapture talk comes up again, I'm just like, I come on, like it's crap. Like it's not biblical.
Crapture.
It's the crapture. It ain't gonna happen. It doesn't work like that. So don't let them try to flex. And that one girl's like, well, I'll be posting an apology video if this doesn't happen. But I've studied this in depth, and it's happening. And I was like, all right, can't wait for that apology. I haven't gone back to see if she actually posted it, but she should.
Bitch, where's your apology video?
Yes. Be like, yeah, you were completely wrong. And you know what? You should never, ever talk about the rapture ever again. Just stop. That's why I hate that stuff. It's just terrible.
A lot of that stuff would scare me as a kid. Just the way it was presented.
Because you thought it was fact.
Yeah, I don't. I grew up. That's what my religion was then. Christianity. A lot of it, and it's the churches you grow up in. But I'm happy that I think Christianity's taken a good turn, and it's not the whole fire and brimstone. Let's scare you into believing it. It should be no. You want to believe this way because it'll lead to a better, less stressful life. It'll help you make better decisions about what you do in your own life. And you follow this, you'll have more joy. Life will be easier. That to me is more attractive than saying, oh, well, will Jesus accept you? Are you good enough? That whole thing of, hey, I don't like that. Are you trying to be good enough?
I know this will shock you guys, but I had terrible anxiety issues as a child. And I remember it scared the shit out of me when I was told about the trumpets in the sky.
Right. That's why they tied it to Rosh Hashanah, because it is the trumpets in the sky, and you'll hear.
Well, as a kid,
that's how you mess with somebody. Go outside their window with them trumpets.
Dude, I was 8 years old, and the fucking high school band started playing trumpets, and I could hear it in the distance, and I'm going, oh my God, the rapture.
Trumpets in the sky.
It's happening, the mark of the beast. It scared the trumpets. I was so scared of trumpets for so long.
Yeah, it was. And it was that way. Everything when I was growing up, it wasn't because I wanted to be Christian. It's because, if I didn't, it's hell and gnashing of teeth or guillotines and all that kind of stuff. And I just, I didn't like that. So I drifted away from it a bit, and I've come back around to it probably more than ever, but with a different approach of just, that's the sell to me, is just, there's a lot of valuable stuff and you can make better decisions about your life. And if you want more joy, It's a good way to get back into
But
it.
yeah, since I've known you, and we're talking 21 years, you've always presented religion in that way, in a non-scary way.
It's always been my take.
Because I don't think you like the way it was presented to you.
Hated it.
Yeah.
I hated it. And I hate, look, and I will tell you, when it comes to any religion, I'm sure you would find so many people, there are so many Christians that are just doing it wrong. And I hate when they misrepresent it, and they still do that. And look, there's so many denominations within Christianity because Christians can't agree on how to handle it. And so, look, I know so many Christians disagree with my approach to the religion, but everybody gets to take their own path. That's just not my path. I don't like the scare tactics.
I just remember I was a little kid. We went to one church, and it wasn't one picture. They had probably 30 different pictures and paintings of very graphic, bloody, like Jesus is on. It scared me as a kid. I'm like, oh my God, a lot of blood in this church.
Well, a lot of religions, it's not just Christianity, but a lot of religions have used all that kind of stuff to keep their populations in line, to encourage them to go to war and murder other people. You know, so it's not just Christianity, it's all of them. That's
Agenda.
why it's just terrible how, world religion has been abused and been used for the opposite of what it should be. It should be bringing us together with peace, love, understanding, kindness, all that kind of stuff. That should be the forefront of it, taking care of the poor and the needy. That really should be the root of it. Anything else to it, I don't buy into. I don't buy into that kind of stuff. So not for me, not the religion for me. So yes, I'm very happy that the rapture didn't happen. I just wish people would stop, because it'll come up. It'll be another, 2-3 years?
Yeah.
We'll have another rapture scare, and everybody's going to be into it. And I'll say the same thing. Stop buying into the rapture crap.
Now, the rapture from Blondie, the song, let's keep that thing
That
bumping.
was a good song.
Let's keep that thing bumping.
Arguably the first rap song.
We can't play it because it'll get kicked off of YouTube.
I know. And it's when we get kicked off of YouTube, we can't control that. I know people think we can control it. Sometimes new songs just have a new coding on them, and they'll knock us off the streaming. But I do believe when you go back to watch it in real time, it doesn't have that.
Yeah.
I think it corrects itself.
We're still trying to figure it out. It's very frustrating and very confusing, and it's tough when you do a show that has music mixed in it. If we're just straight out podcast, we wouldn't have to worry about that kind of stuff. But, we're not in that situation. So when you got music, it's just because we got to deal with the record labels.
Right.
And if they've snoozed or they've changed anything, then we're going to have problems on YouTube.
Also, too, new rule. If someone says next topic, please, I'm going to go on for 7 more minutes about that topic.
I feel the same way. Whenever I see that comment, I do. I drag on more.
Furthermore,
drag it on more. Yeah. Next topic.
Got an email here from Chris. He said, I just want to say thanks to you guys for talking about the subject of being on autopilot. I have struggled with depression and anxiety the last year and a half due to burnout from work and a few personal losses. I realized I wasn't living. I was just going through each day, just repeating it. Thankfully, with therapy and time in general, I've gotten new hobbies and deleted social media. I'm trying to just unplug from my phone too, but it's very hard. There's still an itch to scratch, but you can step out of the loop. Yeah, no, absolutely.
I always think there's a way to break that pattern. I think a big part, at least for me, is recognizing certain things that are making me act a certain way. Why am I going through autopilot? Why is that leading to depression? I think if you can kind of pinpoint that, that's almost like a quarter of the battle. Sometimes people don't even know why they're going through the shit they're going through.
Yeah, look, a lot of stuff we talk about, I'm talking to myself, and I'm in on that. I think anybody now, when you've got a lot going on, you've got a job that's demanding, which most jobs are, and if you've got a family or other responsibilities outside of that, it does. There's just so many tasks that you have to do in the course of a day that you just feel like you're going down a list and trying to cross off everything and get it done. Because if you miss one thing, all hell breaks loose. And you can lose yourself in that. It's just kind of a reminder of taking the pause. And what we had said about the social media was too often our free time's now filled with staring at social media, and you're seeing negative things and fighting and things like that. And so the time that's supposed to be resetting your brain and making you feel better about life, you're actually using that time to feel worse about life. And then you go back to the task you have to do, and you're not replenished. You're not rejuvenated. And then that's when you start to get down a bad path.
Put your phone down and go take a walk.
Yeah.
Go be outside in some nature for a minute.
Or take your phone and punt it in the ocean. I've seen people lose their mind. Fuck it! Just throw their phone in the water.
And this from Heidi on the stalking. We had an email towards the end. Ex-girlfriend just keeps kind of showing up. She's not doing anything menacing, but she's clearly just following him wherever and seeing her face. And probably in a weird, twisted way, she thinks that's how he's going to take her back. Be like, oh, I can see you clearly do care about me.
What a weirdo.
Yeah, some people really have odd. Yeah, they got to screw loose.
You need to stay away from her. Never take back someone who does something like that.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, they can hide it really well, but crazy eventually shows itself. That's why you don't want to get married super fast or lock into some kind of responsibility or decide to have a child with somebody and then voila, they show they're crazy.
I think there's more of that than what you see with like a BTK where they were able to hide in secrecy for so long. I think most people eventually do show they're crazy.
They do.
If you hang out with them long enough. I like your idea about a first road trip with a significant other because you're around them the entire time.
Right.
I mean, if it's more than 3 days, you're going to see someone's mood a little bit.
Totally.
Yeah, because there are different stages to relationships. And before you get into the more serious, I think it's a good thing to have. We need to spend an entire day together because in spurts, I'm amazing. Look, you see me for 20 minutes, you'll be so impressed with me. On the 46th minute, though, I start to fail a little bit.
I am great.
You're not going to be as impressed.
I am great after the first drink. I'm great.
Spend a whole day with me, you'll feel different.
Believe me, I don't like spending a whole day with myself.
And that's why those staycations are great because you spend like 48 hours with somebody.
Yeah.
You will see them.
It's a good threshold marker in a relationship to have that where we're going to spend a little bit more time together and have those conversations because then you kind of start to see and hopefully you can get out of it before the relationship ends bad and then she starts following you everywhere. But
because there's nothing worse than the oh fuck what have I done moment when you got involved with somebody, and believe me, that has happened to me where I go oh fuck what have I done. I'm not talking about Honeyface, I'm talking about prior.
Which one?
I don't want to say because I'm scared.
Yeah, but Heidi was just saying, make sure you're getting documentation, taking it to the police. There is technology, get her on camera, get her on video, so you have a clear description of what she looks like. I've been there in a certain situation, not stalking, but something else I didn't turn in. The victim's statement should have, but the district attorney pressed charges. The person went to jail. They had to take anger management classes. They had to pay restitution, which goes to the victim. I was relocated to an apartment. This has been years, but you have to stick up so they will know that they can't mess with you.
Yeah, and the email that was read on the show, that you read on the show about stalking, if someone's constantly following you and you have video of that, you can show the police that, and the police will probably visit and talk to that person and say, look, we're going to warn you, you need to stop doing that. But I'll tell you, it's going to... They don't automatically go to jail for that. They may be detained and talked to, but
it may take a little time.
It will take some time.
Dave, he said, loyal listener since the beginning, but I had a quick question to challenge the status quo with current radio station power playlists that seem to just clear national pushdowns and all end up sounding the same. Remember a band called Sixpence None the Richer?
Kiss me.
Yep, he mentioned that song. Absolutely, that was kind of their one big hit. They've been recently releasing new music, not really making any power playlists around the country.
They got a great song, Breathe Your Name. They always play it at Publix, and it is such a jam.
How does it go?
Breathe your name. I want to breathe your name.
I don't think I know it.
It's a jam. No one's going to know what the fuck I'm talking about.
The guy who programs the music at Publix does. He's like, yes, Bird.
Yeah, he's going to add that out too.
He was saying, I was wondering if you could give it some airtime, particularly a song called We Are Love, which is incredibly relevant today. Yeah, I mean, it would be awesome. That's not anything that we ever control. I've decided very early on in my career that my first program director, one of my first, guy that still highly respect, and he's doing very well in the industry. I used to sit with him every single day because I knew more about music than he did. And we would always have back and forth because I couldn't believe that we were kind of the same thing. A lot of the same songs. I'm like, there's so much other great music. And then he would bore me with all the music testing that they did. And look, every time the ratings came out, he wasn't wrong. We were the number one station in Kansas City and by a lot. And he's like, you want to see the playlist before I got here? And he's like, it's everything you're talking about. It was all these kind of things. And we were in 24th place.
I came in, I fixed it, and now we're in first place.
He's like, my job is to keep us number one. He said, so I do what keeps us number one. And so I said, yeah, okay. Not going to argue with it. And then as I saw some of the testing and he would show me how they'd done it. Yeah, I look, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I get what you guys are saying. I can't believe what people's musical tastes are and whatever, but I've just seen it work. And WRMF has a higher bar than most places, so they're very tight, especially when it comes to the morning show. They have a very tight playlist. So you'll hear songs on other parts of the station, other times a day, that we don't play in the mornings because that's too risky of a song.
And the other thing, too, is if you are just a casual listener that doesn't listen to everything that we do, you may not notice it as much. But if you are, you are a hardcore KVJ Nationer, you're in the studio with us pretty much, hearing the same things over and over again. So it's gonna wear on you, which I understand. I get it. I understand that. But there's a lot of casual listeners, too, that wouldn't even pick that up.
Most of them are. And so you just have to understand that when you notice the music is repetitive, that means that you're in a higher category of listener, and we love you and appreciate you for that. But Jay Bird's right. And the one thing that when I went to the morning show boot camp not long ago, they'd had the Nielsen people up there, and they said they call them P1s. That means your most dedicated listeners that just say they're diehard and they just love KVJ nonstop. They still miss 85% of the content we put out every week. Wow. They said, so they do not listen nearly as much as you think they listen. They may listen 1 to 2 days, and that's it out of the week.
It's true in the way people listen to content or watch content now. It's different. Yeah. Some people don't listen to our show till a week and a half later.
True, I know. My own mom, she was telling me yesterday, she's like, I'm a few days behind. I'm like, Mom, come on.
We're in an odd place because we're a radio show that's kind of also living in a podcast world and an on-demand world.
Yeah. We're in a weird mix. We're in a mix because we're on a music radio station. And, look, entertainment's changing. And so there's a lot of other podcasts that they don't deal with music. So we're kind of almost in a weird fit that we are a podcast, but we still have music because we're still on a broadcast radio station. And so that is rather unique as well. So who knows? That may one day not be the case, but it is the case right now.
And we're kind of, we're kind of a weird show just in general when it comes to just regular radio shows. We're a little different.
We're a weird show in here and outside of here.
Yeah. Yes. Well, when we got here, that was one of the discussions was how is KVJ going to fit on RMF? And RMF's got a vibe and has had a vibe. Look, this station has been around a lot longer than we have, and it's been a legendary station in this market. And so that was like, hey, this is kind of a out there kind of show, putting it in such a mainstream radio station, how's it going to fit? And so we're trying to find that vibe. When you hear the music, that is the mainstream vibe of what they want for the radio station. And then here comes KVJ.
Quirky and different.
Yeah, right. And so a lot of our diehard audience, they want quirky and different music. And I get you. But, it's just that's kind of the meeting of the two brands together. Is how we do with the music.
And we don't control the music.
And that's what I just tell everybody.
So please stop yelling at Kevin.
And every time I go in and ask, they throw numbers at me. I'm like,
we don't do math and we don't program the music.
We should just, honestly, all just have shirts that would say, we do not pick the music, and then wear it on KVJ TV.
Yeah, but they've got to, look, they watch it like crazy at a corporate level, every single song. And if I play a song that's out of, it gets flagged, and the corporate offices are like going, why did Kevin play this song? What the heck?
Why is Kevin playing The Longest Time by Billy Joel? All right, get on the phone right now.
Obviously, Kevin's died, and Jay Bird has taken over control of the radio station.
Yeah.
If we're playing Billy Joel.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if we did control the music on KVJ, what it would do.
Weird.
If they gave us 6 months to do it, just to try that experiment, what would that do to the ratings, and how would that go?
I think our core audience would love it, but there are things like your overall CUME audience means the total amount of people. So the people who just passively listen, I'm sure would be gone.
Right.
Like that, they would be
what
like,
is this?
No, yeah, they would hate that. Our diehards would be like going, I've never loved the show more. So, but yeah, they want the mass numbers. So.
I love fantasy talk. It's so fun.
Yeah. And honestly, music is so subjective. The more that we talk about it, I realize that. And I'm like, there's still a lot of stuff. If I were playing what I would love, people would still hate it.
You're right.
If Jaybird played everything he loved, people would hate it. Same thing with Virginia.
I mean, if food and music is the one thing where one person go, it's so fucking amazing. That was a piece of shit. It's like, who's right?
Where's the balance?
Yeah. GWB said y'all would be playing Fleetwood Mac in Chicago. And look, I love that, but also, too, I would get burned out on just playing Fleetwood Mac in Chicago. There's a lot of newer music that I still really like, and I like new songs.
Yeah.
I like playing those.
Oh, believe me, if we had to play Sweet Caroline on this, I would jump through the fucking window.
Yeah, that song is expired for me, too. Same thing. Even a marching band, if they play it, I can't stand it.
We wore it out, though. We did wear it out.
We did.
We did it to ourselves.
I blame me.
I blame no one but us.
I still I love Neil Diamond. I've never liked that song. The whole bump, that's great. Okay.
It's one of those songs too. Now the younger kids know it because they played a lot at football games because you have that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, I get why they do it. I get why people love it. It's just not my cup of soda.
Yeah, I hear you. Have you seen this show, 50 Ways to Catch a Killer? 50 Cent is behind it. It's on Fox Nation, which I was like, what an interesting mix to have G-Unit and Fox Nation together. But that's what they're doing, and a lot of it has to do with a true crime series. 6-part series delves into real-life murder investigations, showcasing the detectives who solve the cases. Each episode offers a step-by-step guide to solving the crimes, providing a unique perspective on the investigations. I mean, that's 50 Cent, honestly, that dude he's very smart business-wise.
I like how he worked his name into the title of it. 50.
It's G-Unit Film and Television. And he was great in that series Power. And that was him. He was. He's very good. I mean, I'm very impressed with his business acumen. You know, he did the Smart Water stuff. And when you think about his career, his hip-hop career was a small blip. Because it was, maybe 4 years he was cranking out into clubs and all those songs. And then he kind of bounced off of hip-hop relatively quick, and then he's been doing acting and other business ventures since.
Acting, trolling people on all kinds of social media.
Yeah.
He is funny.
He is very
He's
funny.
so funny.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Curtis Jackson. He's done some very interesting stuff with his career.
I don't know why I got off of Power, and I think it was the love storyline that just I wanted to get down to the action, baby. I didn't like, and then there was I hate when there's a lawyer or a law thing where I just know there's no way on earth it would ever be able to work because it's so wrong with the law.
Outlandish.
The storyline's so crazy. This would never be allowed in a courtroom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. It was not a perfect series. It was solid, and I enjoyed it. But yeah, Power, and they continued on with the series. I thought this kid was kind of a snot-nosed kid, and it kind of continued on with him. I'm like, no, I got off of it after the original. But I'm glad I watched the original Power. Sometimes
that will happen, man. The show will be hitting for 3 seasons, and they start bringing in new characters, and it's sink or swim time when that happens.
Close in the same genre, Empire was the same way. I love that. Cookie Lions and all that stuff. That was a very strong show for a while, and then it kind of lost a little bit of steam.
Do you automatically get Fox Nation with your cable, or is it a channel you got to buy?
I think you have to buy it. I do not have it. I've seen it on regular Fox News. They will advertise it, and they do. I don't even know what the whole thing is. It doesn't seem like it's too closely aligned necessarily with Fox News, but they'll do some political stuff, some history stuff, some religious stuff, and then now they're doing G-Unit true crime. So it's kind of all over the place. But I'm not paid for it.
Everyone's getting into murder.
Yeah, it's hot right now.
Well, we had that conversation this week. It is the format itself. It's huge on podcasts. It's huge on TV shows. It's big on everything.
So what happens now is if there's any type of murder going on, there's going to be a video, even if it's a domestic. Someone's going to make a hour or 30-minute long, and what they're doing now is they're taking the story. There'll be an anchor. They'll kind of set it up, and then they'll play the interrogation inside that kind of like a donut kind of a thing.
Ryan said that Fox Nation is free streaming and on YouTube. Okay. There you go. So you can check it all out there. All right. Well, we only got one more day left. Hope y'all can join us back here. Don't forget, tickets on sale tomorrow for the KVJ horror movie. Spread the word. 10 a.m.
Nobody can find that trailer. It's buried in somewhere. People go, I'm trying to find the trailer. Just go chat room, KVJ.
Yeah, hopefully that would pull it up, but I don't know. Yeah, you're right. The searches are so whack sometimes.
It is. It
yeah,
doesn't
KVJ Show chat room, you'd hope. But
I shared it yesterday on Instagram.
People are saying they can't find it for the life of them, so which is great promotion, by the way.
well, we'll try to put it up on other social media platforms as well today. So, yeah, we'll try to get it there front and center. All right, y'all, enjoy your day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.